Well, okay. Do I have a voice this morning? Apparently. I wasn't sure I was going to, though, there for a minute. Or a moment, I guess, to be more technically accurate. So it was 40 degrees this morning. I was a little surprised. But it's a beautiful sunny day out there. And, yeah. So, new design for living is what we're doing. Let's do the housekeeping quickly. And all the housekeeping is me reminding you we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. Website is creativelife.org. The constant contact email, info@creativelife.org. That gets you one email a week, tells you what's going on for the week and the month, and the hot links are hot. So, if it says click here now, it means it. And it is a blind CC. Nobody will see your email. You won't end up on anybody else's email list because of us. And then I mentioned the social medias merely from the standpoint of we don't monetize them. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do instead is to go like, subscribe, follow based on which platform you are on. And then hang on. There are words. And then engage with the individual post by reacting to the post, commenting on the post, sharing the post. I don't know where I was in there. And then hang on. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark, and I'm the running member right across all of the social medias that I am on. So by engaging with us on social media, it's a free and easy way that you can support the center. So, all right. Oh, Lord. I'm just a little, I like the word discombobulated. I also like the word kerfluffle. So I'm a little kerfluffled. So, I am not a morning person. I've never been a morning person. It's one of the reasons why exercising in the morning is very helpful for me because it gets me up and gets everything moving. I don't know that the blood has reached my brain yet. So, a new design for living is the process of science of mind. It was one of the last books that Ernest put together. Although I don't think he put it together. I think William Kinnear put it together, but he pulled it from Ernest Holmes' work. So, but that's what it is. It's like Ernest talked a lot of theory all up until towards the end, and then he got real mystical at the end, which, I suppose anybody would. But this book is the process of science of mind. As Jesse has been leaning into, when you pray, you don't necessarily, the universe generally doesn't hand you what you prayed for. What the universe hands you is a process to get there. So that is what this is. We are currently in chapter 10, which is a new outlook. And the article that we are going to read today is called Beyond Appearances. And that's super important from the standpoint of one of the things that we say is principle is not bound by precedence. So just because it looks that way doesn't mean it has to be that way. So let's see what Ernest has to say about Beyond Appearances. For too long, we have been discussing what it is we do not want. So let us turn our attention to how we can bring more of what we do want into our experience. But in doing so, we need to remind and forewarn ourselves that we are not dealing with some system of thought or way of thinking whereby we may get something for nothing, or experience outward conditions which are entirely different from our inward state of consciousness. Well, that's kind of important. This is definitely not a something for nothing system. Life is from within out, not from without in. Regardless of how much conditions may seem to bear down upon us, how impregnable they appear to be, how impossible it may seem to change them, we must always keep foremost in our mind that they are only effects. the results of unseen causes and the action of law. The starting point, then, for our experience of greater freedom, a greater good, is in the emancipation of our thought. And as we start to free our thought, we realize that in such degree as we work with the laws of spirit, they will serve us. Even bondage itself, any sort of bondage, is but a false use we make of freedom. The conditions about us are real, solid, tangible facts. We do not deny their reality. We acknowledge them all for what they appear to be to us. If we did not, we would be putting blinders over our eyes, denying the validity of our senses, and refusing to accept the logical process of reasoning of our minds. Accept the logical process of reasoning of our minds. The world is real enough. We face it. We don't need to avoid it or kid ourselves about it. Okay. We accept it for what it is, but we don't have to stop there. Most people do. And there they sit with a sense of complete helplessness and of the fruitlessness of struggle. This we are not going to do any longer. We are beginning to know better. We know that there is a thought of some kind, an unseen spiritual cause that is and must be behind every effect, every appearance, every condition, good or bad. The condition will change as the thought or cause is changed. One of the things that Science of Mind does, not Science of Mind, New Thought gets accused of is being airy-fairy and denying reality. So I really appreciate that he just came out straight up and said, look, we don't deny the world. We don't deny that it's messy. We're going to look the facts straight in the face because they are solid, real, and tangible. What we are going to do is not resign ourselves to that. We are going to accept that we can do something about that. And that's the biggest thing. Jesse just wrapped up the monthly series yesterday, and that's what he was talking about. He was talking about this amazing practitioner named Sarah Flowers. And according to him, what she said was, hey, you know what? We resign ourselves to too much, and that's exactly what he's saying. It's like, look, we accept it. And then that's as far as we go. We can do more. And it's that idea that we can change. That's what New Thought is. New Thought is not airy-fairy. New Thought is, and now I will grant you that some of it is. I was reading an article the other day about toxic New Thought. And honestly, when I came into, New Age, not New Thought, New Age. When I came into kind of the New Age, because I did come out of the psychic community into New Thought, there was a whole lot of it that I did not like. There was a lot of cultural appropriation, and packaging that clearly made it, it's like, here, let me teach you how to do this. Buy my book. Okay, well, the reason you're so rich is because we're all buying your book and it's not working for us. And New Thought isn't that. New Thought doesn't say, here, buy my book. New Thought says, look the facts in the face, but know that you have the power to change this. That you do not have to accept it the way it is. That you can do work on yourself, and then that will ripple out into your world and it will change the world around you. Okay? So, at no time did New Thought ever say it was going to be easy. At no time did New Thought ever say it was going to be fast. What New Thought says is it's possible. And that's what's important. That's what's important. It's possible. And that is something that we need. We need to know that it is possible. That we need to know that we look around this world and we go, I'm not okay with this. and I can do something about it. Even if the first thing that I do is decide how I feel about it, and then decide how I want to feel about it. And then I make decisions from there. So beyond appearances is reminding us that, yeah, it can look messy, but the possibility is there. That's what hope is. Hope isn't this ephemeral thing. My favorite description of hope is that, and in the piece that I read, it's a she. She just got up she's picking herself up for another go. There's dirt in her curls. She's spitting out a tooth. There's blood on her knuckles, but she's getting up for another go. That is what hope is. Hope isn't fragile. Hope should never be fragile, because hope is about the possibilities. And Ernest goes back and forth on hope, because he thinks that hope can, to a degree, be opiate of the masses, but it's something we need. And so I prefer that description of hope. Getting up for another go. Getting up for another go. Because that's exactly it. It doesn't matter how many times you're knocked up. It matters how many times you get up. Or how many times you're knocked down. It matters how many times you get up. And eventually, you can learn to dodge the blows so you don't have to get up. And then hopefully eventually you'll learn to just not put yourself in range of the blows. That is it. But it's about the possibilities. So, all right. I'm going to move on to the process of my day. So I'm going to remind you, I'm going to encourage you, because it's Monday. I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a take care of yourself day, a let's get this week started off right day, a take care of business day, a cuddle your fur babies day, a dress in layers, because by the end of the week it's going to be back in the 80s down here, a have a good thought for our Northeast people under the winter storm. Oh, it started with an H, but now I don't remember what they named it. Anytime they name a storm, it's bad. So there is a whole lot of snow happening in the Northeast. So, good thoughts for them and the people who are going to be working to restore the power. Linemen. We couldn't do it without them. I think I said cuddle your fur babies. Maybe I didn't. Tell some of you love them day. Go look in the mirror and tell yourself you love you day. See, look in the mirror and see spirit looking back at you day. Make sure you make time to sit down day and rest day. If I haven't said you got this day, definitely you got this day. A drink plenty of water day. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, because occasionally it is, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, an absolutely beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call it, you are godly. So explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be. Because the divine knows you to be good, it is all the divine knows. You want to talk about hope? There it is. And from there, anything's possible. All right, beloveds. I'm going to move on into the process of my day. So I'm going to remind you that Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I should be back with you around 9-ish.